Welcome to the Baseballer Show, guys. It's time to yap some ball. A lot of cool things to talk about. I think today we're talking some NL MVP. I think that's the hottest topic right now, but it's your 30 minutes of baseball bliss. Let's do it. We're also power wanking it. Be ready for your power rankings or bi-weekly wanking time. It's time, Bryce. How are we feeling today?
Good. I've been power wanking it all day, ready for my moment. Here we are. Let's do it. Let's unload.
Pause. All right, let's dive right into it. I think what I've been watching a lot of is MLB Network and a lot of the clips that have been coming out, and the talk of the town is who wins NL MVP. And I'm just going to start right there to start out the show. Bryce, who you got winning the NL MVP?
Who do I have and who actually probably wins it might be two different things. I'm going to go MVP. My pick is Pete Crow Armstrong right now. I think the value he brings to the field, is something that's head and shoulders above everyone else. Maybe not head and shoulders above Shohei, but when you compare the two, I do think he brings more value. And at the end of the day, this is the most valuable player award. It seems like MLB Network and a lot of other people are kind of throwing out some propaganda against PCA, some anti-PCA propaganda. And I'm not sure where that's coming from because I've seen a lot of love towards him online recently. So it's like everyone's kind of flip-flopping right now. So not sure, but I got to go with PCA.
I mean, I hate to be on the same exact page as you, but I got to go PCA as well, too. I mean, the stats are so interesting. And I think when it comes to this, there's so many trains of thought. First of all, it's what Shohei's done this year. First of all, he's an alien, right? He's 85 innings pitched this year, a 1.77 ERA. Like, that alone is incredible. Like, even if someone had an injury-shortened season and did that, you're like, hey, this guy is an absolute dude. I mean, that's similar to Trevor Rogers last year in Baltimore. You're like, wow, this guy is an ace. He did that, but imagine if Trevor Rogers picked up a bat and had a 950 OPS, right? Like that is what's happening right now. But on the flip side, we don't know if we're going to see Shohei pitch the rest of the year. We don't know. He's shut down right now, and you got to imagine they're trying to get him ready for the postseason. So that's Dodger baseball, right? So if they're doing this, he's probably not going to really be pitching much until mid-September. I would say that he might get like a couple innings here, 3 or 4 innings, kind of a spot start. And if that's the case, that's where I think it gets really tricky because we have to compare the two of what's more valuable, Pete's full season of defense or right now 85 innings, of dominance with what they're both doing offensively is almost identical. I think offensively, like if you just take bat to bat, it's very similar. WRC pluses are almost the exact same. OPS plus, almost the exact same. They both have like 26 homers. Very comparable bats. But Pete's base running, 96 percentile, 30 stolen bases, while Shohei, a 71 percentile base runner, 6 stolen bases. So still good, but just nowhere in the same type of atmosphere that PCA is.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, continue.
It's tough because we get into these discussions. You and I mentioned it earlier. How valuable is each player to their team? And you don't want to punish Shohei for being on a good team. But if Shohei doesn't pitch those 85 innings in the first half of the season, I guarantee you the Dodgers are pretty much in the same exact spot they're in now. And so how much value does he bring? I'm not saying he's not valuable at all because he totally is. And he's definitely won some games for the Dodgers. I don't want to come across as bashing Shohei. It's more so uplifting Pete and what he's been able to do this season. We mentioned the defense and the base running. It's not even just that with him. Like, look at his offensive stats. Just counting stats that gets old people fired up. Like, he's got them all. Like, he hits for power this year, too. I mean, he's just the complete package to me right now. Maybe it's voter fatigue or something like that setting in with Shohei when it comes to me. Right now, I've just got PCA a little bit above him because at the end of the day, I think PCA is much more valuable to the Cubs than Shohei is to the Dodgers.
And I get that take entirely. I think it's sometimes it can be unfair with that argument is when you look at it like, oh, if without Shohei, the Dodgers are still great. I think that's unfair to Shohei to some degree, but there is context here. There's absolutely, you have to look at context. We can't just look at numbers and be like, oh, this number better than this number, therefore this player better than this player. Those 85 innings happened with not much leverage. Not much leverage. That's very simply of how we can put it. Is at the beginning of the season, the first half of the season. I mean, he hasn't pitched since July 3rd. So if he doesn't pitch the rest of the season, that's a half a year of pitching. That is context, and it's half a year of low leverage. I think it'd be a different ball game, especially to voters, if that was in the second half. If that was to end the season, to get some momentum for the Dodgers. And again, I'm not one to be like narrative ball, but like context does matter. Whereas for Pete, like this team scuffled offensively for a long time. But for a long time, from June to like early July to mid-July, this team was not hitting well. But guess who was? Pete Crow Armstrong, player of the month. He's had a 1.1 OPS since June. So like he has taken this team to where they were 500 in the middle of June to now they're 19 games above 500. And if you look up and down their lineup for the Cubs, it's not a bunch of like, oh my God, like he's having a great year. You look it up and down. I mean, they have one player other than Pete with an above 3 WAR, and it's Seiya Suzuki, who oddly enough bats right behind PCA. You think that might impact it a little bit? He's at first base, speedy guy, stealing bases. Guess what Seiya might see? A lot of fastballs. You think that helps him? Other than him, though, you're looking at Michael Busch having a bad year, only 14 homers. He had 34 last year. Nico Horner having the worst statistical offensive season of his career. Dansby Swanson been very bad, other than 1 week in the middle of in the middle of June, I want to say. Alex Bregman batting .249 with a league average stat line. Ian Happ batting .216 with a 106 OPS plus. I can go up and down this list, and this whole offense hasn't really been producing above what you would expect, except Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder, like, are the Cubs in playoff position at all if PCA never plays a game and they replaced him with like a league average center fielder? It really makes me wonder how valuable he is to them. Which let's get it straight here. It's the MVP award, most valuable player. It's not like who's the coolest or who does the best thing ever. Like it's who's most valuable. And so it's not always, I don't know. I just have to lean towards PCA on this over Shohei. And that's no disrespect to Shohei or anything. It's amazing what he's done. And if he won it, I would not be mad. I wouldn't really throw a fit. I don't think people would call it a huge snub necessarily. But I do think PCA right now edges him out a little bit. And that could change in the last month.
And I think that's a great way you put it. Most valuable player, not the most special player. Because the most special player is Shohei. Like this is and that's where I think the context happens is people look at the special characteristic of Shohei that he's able to pitch, which is once in a lifetime. We may never see this again. But just because he's able to do both doesn't mean it's just over MVP wise. I think if he pitches enough innings, it's over. I really do. If he does. But we're at this point where he might be shut down. I think that magic number is around 100 innings. I don't know why, but like maybe I'm wrong there, but I feel like he's at 85 right now. If he throws 100 innings, I feel like to voters, they're going to look, all right, 100 innings. And if he keeps a sub-2 ERA with that, a sub-2 100 innings with a 950 OPS, 30-something home runs, and just being the cog offensively for the best team in baseball or one of the best teams in baseball, like I will get off my PCA high horse. But like if he ends the season as is, or just like a couple more innings, 5 more innings pitched, I just don't think that that's going to be enough to be if Pete continues doing what he does to beat him.
I think to a certain extent we're falling into this trap where some people did last year. We touched on this when we were talking. It's this thing where it's like, well, Cal Raleigh is a catcher that hit 60 home runs, so he has to win it. It's not who did like the coolest, most special thing this year. That's not what the award is. And the voters got it right by giving it to Judge because he was the most valuable player that year. I almost feel like to a certain extent, maybe a lesser extent, but still to a certain extent, it's almost the same situation here in my opinion. It's like, well, Shohei pitches, so he has to win it, right? Because he pitches and hits. It's the same thing as like, well, he's a catcher and he hits 60 home runs, so he has to win it. I just don't think that's the case.
Yeah, and it's just really going to come down to what do you deem as more valuable? Are you going to value a half season of pitching more than a full season of what should be platinum glove defense? And that's where I think it's going to come down to, where it's like for me, and there are some other statistics that try to encapsulate that, like pitching run value and fielding run value, right? And right now, PCA's fielding run value is more than Shohei's pitching run value. So by those statistics, it would show that PCA has the edge right now. Again, does that bring in the entire context? No. And that's where it's like, I think that's going to be kind of the bridge of the gap for these voters of what they decide on.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, honestly, there's really not a wrong answer
No,
between the two when it comes down to it. But it's one of the more interesting races we've seen in a while, in my opinion. I think this is way more interesting than Raleigh versus Judge last year. I'm really in to see how this plays out.
I agree. I think when you have a huge talking point over this on August 10th, it's a good problem to have. I think it's
Yes.
going to make for there's so much more fun that's going to come the rest of the season from this because it's that question mark. Will Shohei pitch? Me as a Cubs fan, I'm going to be watching every injury update on Shohei Ohtani and when he's coming back, if he's coming back, what's the timeline? Because man, if he doesn't pitch, I think this gets very, very interesting. But like I said, I really think if he comes back and he even gets like 4 more starts, 5 innings apiece, pitches 20 more innings, and he crosses that 100 pitch or inning threshold, even me, I'm going to come off my high horse and be like, hey, this
Yep.
is a Shohei year.
This is a situation where, like, somebody, like, let's say you could tell me everything about PCA and be like, that's why you should be MVP. And I'd be like, you know what? You're right. But then somebody else could do the same thing about Shohei. And then I'll also look at it and be like, you know what? You're right. It's hard to look at either player's cases and be like, that's not MVP.
Yeah, dude, we
It
can
almost
talk.
feels
Sorry.
impossible.
So we can literally talk for the next 10 minutes of why Shohei should be MVP.
Yeah.
And like, and it would, because this is also one thing I kind of put as like a devil's advocate, because obviously I'm on team PCA. But imagine at the beginning of this year, this guy comes to the league named Tom Jones, and he pitches and hits, and he has a 950 OPS, and he throws 85 innings of 177 ball. Probably get my vote.
Yep.
Like, some of it, maybe it's me having the same
It's
voter
fatigue. Voter fatigue.
And it could be like I've always bitched at people about it, and here I am, one of the victims.
We're
Right
kind
here.
of used to what Shohei does at this point, so it doesn't feel as special, which is wrong. That's not the
So
right way to
wrong.
think, but that's kind of what it feels like in a way.
Yeah, I completely agree. Before we hop into our power wankings, it's time to deep dive. Thank you to our sponsor, Dabble. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't downloaded Dabble yet, now's the time. If you play $5, you get $10 for a free play by just using the code BSBLR, BSBLR. Cool part is once you're on the app, you can actually follow us and copy every single one of our bets throughout the season and the playoffs, which are coming closer. It's coming. It's the best DFS app out there. If you want to take more or less on a player's player stats like hits, runs, RBIs, total bases, all of that stuff, or home runs, you can do that with us. Download it now and ride with us. Thanks again to Dabble. But it's time to wank it. It's been a couple weeks. I'm so ready to wank. I just want to wank these teams so bad. I can barely get this shit out, Bryce. I can barely get the pause.
The
Pause. It is time to wank it. I want to. I'll pass it on to you. I think I always love when you wank it. I love watching you wank it. So I'm gonna pass this on to you.
Yeah, I mean, I hope everyone watches me wank, and I hope they enjoy it. But a fifth here, I believe a couple weeks ago I said I don't see them being either something other than 1 or 2. But this week I put the Dodgers at 5. Look, I mean, they got school. Everybody was like, all right, there's the super team. But like, are they ruining baseball because they can't seem to really win consistently right now? So it goes back to just like this whole crapshoot. Like, you never know with the baseball season. It's 162 games for a reason. Next week they'll probably be 1 or 2. Like, that's just how it seems to go. But for this week, I couldn't justify them being in the top 3 or anything like that. So I put them number 5. Number 4, we just slobbed on PCA, for 10 minutes. I mean, let's put the Cubs there. They're hot right now. They look great. I thought about going the Red Sox 4 or 5. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Athletics. Gave me a little trepidation with picking them. Got the Cubs at 4. I like them. Number 3, I mean, if you've been following along, you know how I feel about this team. Rays at 3. Love the Tampa Bay Rays. Believe in the Tampa Bay Rays. And then number 2, the Atlanta Braves. They're a team that kind of feels undeniable. I really like what they do. I like their roster. Walt Weiss didn't get into the Hall of Pretty Good, but he's still a good manager, so that's what matters. And then number 1, I've got the Milwaukee Brewers, and this is a little bit funny because we kind of ragged on them for only getting Dustin May and JoJo Romero, but maybe that's all they really needed. Maybe they didn't need to break the farm for school. I mean, this team looks good, and they look poised to go on a run on their own right here. So I believe in the Brewers too, and maybe I would like to say it's still early. after the trade deadline, but maybe we were wrong, and I'm fine with being wrong. Dustin May, I mean, I don't know why he couldn't do it in Boston. He looks like a different pitcher. I don't know. JoJo Romero, relievers are volatile. I think he's a decent one, though. So I really like – what's not to like about the Milwaukee Brewers right now?
I love it. I love it, man. That's Bryce wanking it. Thank you, everybody, for watching that. Watching him wank.
Your turn.
My turn. You watch me now. All right, so I'm going to preface it. Dodgers didn't make the list. They didn't.
Holy.
I know that's crazy. But here's the thing. Are they powerful at this moment right now? They've lost they've lost 8 of their last 10. What they've done, got swept by the Red Sox, got swept by the Cubs. Now they lost 2 or 3 to the Diamondbacks. They are not hot right now. So this, obviously, just like you said, at any point it can change. Right now it's changed for me. Right now, if we are in the playoffs tomorrow, I don't feel great about the Dodgers. At this moment, I don't. At this moment, this could change in a day. This could change in 2 days. That's the beauty of baseball. They were number 1 and number 2 on our list every single ranking for a while. Now they're off my list. But that's the thing. Are you hot right now? They are not. Number 5, I have the Atlanta Braves. And I was in between and putting them higher. I still have question marks about their pitching staff, but they were on an 8-game winning streak. They look really good. They're a really good team. Their lineup is dangerous. They do all the little things. Their deadline was a little underwhelming. And I know they got their trade blocked by Jacob deGrom, but what a deal that would have been. They needed starting pitching, and I still think they do need starting pitching. So I don't have them as powerful. Number 4, I have the Red Sox because of course they're hot as hell. Yes, they lost 2 of 3 to the Athletics, and I know you left that off your list. I think you wanted to get your Red Sox bias out of there, but let's be totally real. They're the hottest team in baseball over the last 2 months. 2 out of 3 games don't do it for me to take them out of there. They are number 4 to me. Number 3, I have the Cubs, and I was thinking about switching the Braves and Cubs there. I really was in between those two, but the way I look at it is they won the deadline. They got Kevin Gausman, who first outing, 7 innings, 2 earned. Looked great. They also got Clay Holmes. Didn't look as good his first outing. It's his first one back since breaking his leg. But they have reinforcements. Ryan Zefferjohn looks like a guy in that bullpen. And the lineup is really starting to do it. More than just PCA, too. They're starting to really come around and score a lot of runs and just look like a really good unit. I think if they keep getting hot, this could be a very scary team. And I love saying that as a very biased Cubs fan. Number 2, I have the Milwaukee Brewers. I would love to put the Cubs ahead of them. I just can't. They're just too good of a team. There's a lot of talk on, they aren't playing as good a ball. They don't look as good, all of this stuff. But they're winning. Like, in baseball, it's not about winning 10-2 every time. It's just winning those games and stacking them up. If they get a bye in the first round, they're going to be in a really good spot, and they're a great team. Number 1, I got the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't know how. I just don't know how. Every week, I don't understand it, but I've got to learn to accept it, that they're one of the best teams in all of baseball. They just do everything right. The names are never sexy outside of Caminero and maybe Yandy Diaz's biceps, but like you look at the rotation, you're like, really? These guys? They're the ones doing it. They got Freddie Peralta, and he gets blasted every time he goes out there. His first outing is against Rockies, gave up 7. Tonight he faces the Athletics. I'm sure he's going to get blasted again, but they just find ways to win, and that's why they're my number 1 team.
Yeah, I mean, I like your justifications there. I'm a big Rays believer, too. It's good to see you on my side now. I mean, they had a great deadline. Tyler Wells, a great addition to the bullpen. I really like what they did. They improved the catcher position as well. I mean, that's another team we look at them and go, what's not to like based on how they look right now? I mean, so no complaints with that.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, because especially the deadline. We talked a lot about that last week. One of the winners. I mean, just one of the winners. They brought in, obviously, Freddie Peralta's had a bad season, but worth the risk. I think it's worth the risk on a guy like that. Yeah, we've seen the Rays do it before, and they'll do it again. And they just find ways to score and put up runs, even though they don't hit the long ball. They don't do it in stereotypical ways, but they just win. At the end of the day, they're just stacking up wins. And then every week you look at the standings and you're like, what? They're still there? And it just blows my mind, but they just do it. Every week they just keep on stacking wins. They've won, 8 of their last 10 again. They play good teams, they beat good teams. They play bad teams, they beat bad teams. Like, it doesn't matter. They just win.
They find a way every year, it feels like.
Yeah. Don't know what it is. We didn't say one word about the Yankees there. That's another team that didn't make their way into our rankings. They're just a weird one. I think they're just a weird one. We're seeing some Judges starting to run around on the field a little bit, but it doesn't really sound like he's that close yet. So we got time there. George Lombard looks like a guy, but
I like him.
Is he the new Volpe or is he the new Jeter? Who knows?
Well, we could get in all day about the Yankees fumble these guys with talent all the time. Like I'm worried about Dominguez's future, and who knows how they're gonna handle Spencer Jones. It's like they crowd them all up, and they prospect hoard their big prospects badly, and then never really develop them or give them time to shine. So it's because they always have these other, like you can't sit Stanton. Obviously, you're not gonna sit Judge when they're healthy. So they kind of just create log jams because they always got to have like a big star, anchoring it as well. So I don't know. They've been mishandling prospects since Clint Frazier. I mean, it's been forever.
It's
They
big
never
market
sell
problems.
high.
It's
Yeah,
big market problems. Like
that's a good way to describe
it's kind of tough. Like when you're a big market like that, you're just gonna block. You're gonna block prospects. It's a great problem to have because then it should be good trade bait. But yeah, if you hug them, then they just kind of fizzle out in AAA and hit 150 AAA homers. It's interesting because that's a great point. Because like, what do you do when Giancarlo comes back and Judge comes back and everybody's healthy? Then the lineup gets really weird. And are you giving everyone the right at bats? It makes Aaron Boone's job a little weird. But again, good big market problems to have.
Definitely. It just I don't know. I feel like they waste a lot of talent there. I'd love to see them develop guys a little bit more, but they always find a way to win most of the time too, just like the Rays.
I mean, so far George Lombard in 5 games, he's looks like 5 for 17, a 294 average. Yeah, a $1 OPS, 2 homers. And the book on him is like, this guy gonna have a low average, they're saying, but his glove is like next level. I looked at it, and of the top 10 shortstop prospects, the top 10 shortstop prospects in all of baseball, he had the highest graded fielding. So
wow,
we're looking at a potential Gold Glove guy there. And I know Volpe won a Gold Glove, and that was a thing. They do have very similar profiles. It's the interesting part.
Volpe looked okay that first year too, and they ran him out full time. It wasn't horrible. Like, and even the bat, he had a little bit of pop. It was a little bit below average, but like it looked good at the start. It's just another issue with kind of developing these guys further after that. That's just I don't know. It's just tough because I remember Volpe. He's one of those guys that could show up to the field and have a 3-WAR season when he's right. I mean, that's the type of guy he looked like he was going to be. I was like, this dude's going to have 40 WAR in like a 12-year career. But yeah. I just don't know what his future looks like now.
Yeah, because I mean, his first year, he batted 209 with a 666 OPS. Don't say that twice. He had 21 home runs.
So, I mean, the pop is there.
Gold Glove there. So, I mean, if the pop's there, it's just when you have a 660-something OPS in Yankee Stadium, it's just because, again, that was his whole career. 2024, so the next season, 657. The next year, 663. This season, 646. They gave him enough run. He wasn't the guy. George Lombard looks like he's the new guy that they're going to run out there. And like, that's what I hope they do. I think he's got the ability to be that guy because even at his floor is going to be a great glove. And you can say the same thing for Volpe, but like, obviously there was so much talk of him being actually ass, but like this year Volpe had a 91st percentile outs above average. So great range. His fielding run value was 5, like metric wise, good shortstop. So I think that's why they're running.
I feel like they've given up on Volpe. Like I feel like it would take an injury to see him back with like a full chance now. I think that ship is unfortunately sailed, but that's all the more reason to just like put Lombard in there every day and let's see what happens. I mean, what do we have to lose with them?
And like, I agree. I mean, they gave Volpe basically 3 full years of run, and you didn't see any progression offensively. Mm-hmm. And the defense was question mark at times. So it's at some point, yeah. To the New York Yankees shortstop, they want something better. When you had number 2 out there for 20-something years, there's a pretty high standard, and he was not filling that, sadly, even though he took a cool picture with him when he was a kid. So it is what it is. But we'll move on. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just because he really was groomed to be like the next up, with Jeter. Like it was like Jeter, Didi, and there was supposed to be Volpe. Like it just didn't happen.
Yeah, Didi. Hey, Hall of Pretty Gooder. Nice shout out right there. Let this shout out. We are going to move on to our league leaders. See what we see here that looks pretty interesting. You know the deal. We're going to do our league leaders for the American League. I'm going to say Jordan 7 times, and then we're going to move on. So batting average leader, as you can guess, Jordan Alvarez 322. Home run leader, Jordan Alvarez, 35 homers. RBI leader, as you can imagine, Jordan Alvarez, 86. And guess who has the best OPS? Mr. Bryce.
Rob Refsnyder.
I don't think Rob Refsnyder. Let's go Jordan. I was worried about the name you're going to pull out there. I had no idea what you're going to pull out with. But we have Jordan Alvarez with a 1.059 OPS. The guy's a dog. We have a tie with stolen bases. Bobby Witt Jr. and Chandler Simpson. I mean, who would have thought? I think everybody with Chandler.
Yeah,
It's about time. About everybody would have thought that. Pitching leaders.
We've seen him before.
Yeah. I thought there'd be more. Honestly, at this point of the year. ERA leader, Cam Schlittler, again, with a 2.21. Cy Young, I don't know. Dylan Cease kind of making a little run here. Wins leader, Sonny Gray, 14. Shout out the Red Sox there. Strikeout leader, Gavin Williams, 185 strikeouts. Wow. I mean, what a year. Gavin Williams. What a year.
He's going to finish third.
Yeah. And he should. I mean, all I'm looking at is the strikeouts right there, but that's a good year. I don't care what else is showing up. That guy's missing bats. Saves leader, Brian Baker. We got a new leader. Wow. Kate Smith for the while was the league leader there. Now it's Brian Baker from your old Tampa Bay Rays. 34 saves. That's a great year. Wow. 34 saves. He definitely should. I mean, shoot. 45. August 10th. Damn, 45. This save feels like kind of a save has been a lost art through the years. It's like 40 is so tough. Like should be able to do it with ease. Yep. Tampa Bay Rays win a lot of those close games. So very interesting. National League. Ooh, new batting average leader. Luis Arias, 320.
He's back.
He's back. That's crazy. I mean, is Otto Lopez falling off? What's going on? I thought he was
had a bit of a rough time.
Dang, dude.
Last time we did this, the cracks were starting to show also.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Rise is just consistent. This would be Arise's fourth batting title.
Wow.
Which would be
wow. On his 20th team. Oh my God. Yeah. Kyle Schwarber with the home run lead tied. We have a tie. What? Have I just not been putting respect on Hunter Goodman? 35 homers. Wow. A catcher tied with Kyle Schwarber. I feel like there's not enough talk there. MVP, Hunter Goodman.
Give me MVP.
Give him it.
He's a catcher.
Dude, what a weird year it is in the National League. RBI leader, CJ Abrams. Who had that? Not me. OPS leader, Shohei Ohtani. A little bit more. Yeah. A little bit more. Yeah. Dude, PCA is barely behind that. Just saying. Stolen bases leader, Nasim Nunez. 40 bags. 40 bags for Nasim. Imagine if he could hit a little bit. That would probably help.
I was going to say,
pitching.
Imagine if he could hit.
He's a great fielder, great runner of the bases. But man, I mean, to do that with like probably a 300 OBP is probably really impressive. Pitching, wins leader, Christopher Sanchez. That feels like a new name. Maybe it was that. No, I think he did it last week. He beat our king, Aaron Ashby.
He did.
Our king, our boy, Aaron Ashby. 15 wins for Christopher Sanchez. Not that surprising. Want to know what's also not surprising? The Miz having a 1.76 ERA and also having the most strikeouts with 204 Ks. Wow. 204. Crazy. Wow. We also have a saves leader tie with Mason Miller. So Mason Miller and Riley O'Brien from your Cardinals. 29 saves. Surprised he's still a Cardinal, to be honest. I thought they were going to deal him. But he's a guy. They just pump guys over there. They pump closers. You had Ryan Helsley over there. Now Riley O'Brien's a guy. They just figure it out. What from there stands out to you, Bryce?
I will say, I think Jordan's Triple Crown is a bit at risk here. He hasn't homered since the last time we looked at the list. Cam Minera's got 33. So he's creeping up. He could very well. I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked at all if he cost Jordan the Triple Crown. Like I could see that happening pretty easily.
I feel like more people got to talk about that. Am I crazy? Like, I know that
nobody cares. We have a Triple Crown watch in August, almost mid-August. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Like a real one. A real one.
Yes.
And he's been dominating it for months.
Yeah, this isn't like some scandalous player. There's no PEDs. Like there's not like this is legit Triple Crown.
Yes, dude.
When Miguel Cabrera did it, it was all I heard about. Like I don't like as a kid, it was all I heard about. Nobody cares.
Why do you think no one cares? Why do you think no one cares about it anymore?
Jordan is boring. I don't like what else is it? I don't know anything about him. No personality. He's just kind of boring. I really don't know what else. Like they're a West Coast team, but not really in Texas. I just don't know. Like it feels like it should be a big deal. Like Jordan has no personality. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, and that's not a bad thing to me. But
I know. Does Shohei have a great personality? You know, like He's
He
not
does a lot
talking.
of ads. I mean,
He does a lot of ads, but he doesn't have a lot of English interviews either. Like, it's not, because I always ask myself, I'm like, does Jordan know English very well? It's like, probably not. But like, is that holding back Shohei Ohtani from being the biggest superstar in the world? Obviously, those are two different boats.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
Maybe Ohtani has the Japan audience, though. I mean,
True.
I'm not sure. Is Jordan Dominican Republic? Is that
probably? I would imagine.
I mean, they have a big baseball fan base. Cuban. They also have a big baseball fan base, but they don't create like cult like figures like Shohei is. Like, it's just
true.
It feels different in Japan. Like, even Ichiro had a following like that too when I was a kid. I remember. So maybe it's just I don't know.
There's something that you're right. Like, yeah, because I was gonna be like Big Papi, but Big Papi's personality is.
If PCA had a triple crown, it would be all we hear about. Like, and I'm not like, that's not a slight at him. Like, because he has personality. Like, he does. I feel like that's got to be the difference. Jordan's is kind of boring.
And that kind of leads me to another thing. Like, it's interesting with baseball, with being boring, let's say, because there was a big thing. So Kyle Tucker came back to Wrigley Field, and he got booed like crazy, and it kind of shocked me. There was a lot of discourse online about it, about like, should you boo him? Should you not boo him? And like, you know me. Last year, I remember every time that he was in such a bad stretch that every time he got an extra base hit, I would call you.
Yes.
And you didn't get a lot of calls. You didn't get a lot of calls from
me.
There was one day he had 2 home runs. He had a bad second, a horrible second half. And I'll say that like I was number one Kyle Tucker disapprover, and that's saying it very nicely. But I think booing him is not exactly like what I would want, simply because of this. Because I think most of the people would want to boo him because there was like the context was this. It was he never wanted to be a Cub. He didn't look happy to be there. He didn't show enough positive energy. And it's like, have you watched Kyle Tucker play in the last?
Did he do that in Houston? Like,
did he do that? Does he do that ever? Like, no. So you punish the guy. But here's the thing. I look at it with baseball. It's hard to be exciting because in order for you to not suck, the biggest thing you probably have to do is stay even. Is not get super pumped up and then get super down when he sucks. So PCA is kind of interesting, that animal, and he struggled a lot with it last year. I talked to many people about it. Every time he'd get out last year, and when he was struggling in the second half, you could tell he would Gronk spike his bat. He would throw his helmet. And like, I felt like that kind of was part of him showing his colors of like, I'm pressing.
Yeah.
The great players don't press like that. And they are boring because that's typically what helps you be really good. It's like you K 4 times, you don't know. He hits 3 home runs, you wouldn't know. Like, that's 162. So sorry, went on a little rant right there. But like, that's where like I feel it gets a little interesting because a lot of great baseball players, Mike Trout.
Boring. He's boring.
But want to know why? Because I think it's like almost like you will kind of have to be boring to be good at baseball. Weird take.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. You make a good point there. That's just what I feel like when somebody asks me, like, why does no one care about Jordan? That's just what comes into my head. He's boring. Like, there's nothing to talk about with him. There's no real personality. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, great hitter. I mean, there's nothing else you could say.
Yeah. No, what's not boring? The BSBLR Show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you follow us. Subscribe on all the channels, all the social medias. YouTube, give us a subscribe. Bang, please. But we will talk to you guys soon. Peace.